Right, here we go. I'm going to teach you how to build an aesthetic body that appeals to the female gaze. We're not just trying to go gym and get big, we're trying to build an aesthetic body that appeals to the female gaze, okay? This was me before, a fat fuck, unhealthy. I thought it was all about getting big and looking huge. A year and 6 months ago, this was my mindset. Clearly, I was wrong. I then cut my fat. I built an aesthetic physique, and here is what I look like now, okay? And this physique, I can tell you, appeals to the female gaze. You build a physique like this, you'll get messages like this, you'll get matches on dating websites, you'll even get women saying stuff like this. And here is me shooting my shot back at this lovely girl, right? And why should you listen to me? I've had a physique transformation of a lifetime, and I've also helped other people achieve this too. Here is my brother, helped him achieve an aesthetic physique. He followed the protocols I teach. This is Max. Max was bloated, he was bulky, he was fat, and he now has an aesthetic physique because he prioritized what I'm about to teach you. So let's get into this. And here is my physique now. You know, this is what I like to call the aesthetic physique. First, let's go over the female versus the male gaze, okay? Simple. The male gaze, where you're more admired and complimented and respected by men, not in a gay way. It's basically when you get compliments like, bro, you're huge, or bro, I'm trying to look like you, or bro, you lift so much. You know, those type of manly comments you get in the gym, okay? Like, motherfucker, that's good. Being big is good. But if you're not aesthetic, you're going to have this problem where men compliment you, okay? When men admire you, okay? When you're too big, this acts as diminishing returns. This is the bullshit I fell for. I tried to get huge and I realized that this is not what I want if I wanted to attract women. And as men, we want to attract women. There's nothing shallow and embarrassing about that. Love and intimacy are one of the most important things. Most girls will not find this attractive. Okay, these physiques are respectable, yes, and they're impressive, and you know, they require hard work and credits given where credit's due, but you're not going to get credit from women. These physiques are intimidating, not inviting, okay? These are physiques like Sam Sulek and Ronnie Coleman, the big, bulky, chunky looking physiques. We don't want to look for that. When I used to personally train people in the gym, I used to hear this all the time that, oh bro, I get compliments from men, or I get men complimenting my physique and not women. It's because you're not building a physique like this. Okay, you're going for looks like this, and what ends up happening is you end up being fat and big and bulky. And yes, that's, once again, if that's what you want, then go ahead. But, you know, if you're trying to look smacks, you're trying to attract women, that's not what you want. What is the female gaze? The female gaze, physiques that are admired by women. Okay, this is the aesthetic, clean, muscular, proportional look. Okay, broad shoulders, slim waist, defined chest and arms. Okay, this is the kind of body that looks good in and out of clothes. Okay, you can see it through clothes. You look good with a t-shirt on and without a t-shirt. When I was big, I looked, you know, big in a t-shirt, but I looked like shit when my shirt came off. And furthermore, I probably look like shit in a t-shirt as well. Being big doesn't mean you look good. We want to aim for a physique closer to this one. This is a physique where women lust over. We want to aim for a physique like this. Good muscle proportions, okay? Has a V-taper, has visible abs. Overall aesthetic looks. Women prefer symmetry, shape, posture, not just raw size. Some guys in the gym are muscular, yes, but they don't look good. Not in a way that catches a girl's eyes. They built a physique that only guys admire. And personally, I didn't want that. And chances are neither do you. Ever since I built a physique like this, I've noticed how women's attraction to me has skyrocketed more than ever. It's almost as if you receive celebrity treatment from women and even men, as everyone understands the time and effort and sacrifice it takes to build a physique like this. You have a physique like this, you know, you're aesthetic, you've got muscle, you're lean, you're proportional. You are in the top 1%. Most people don't even have a good physique. So this puts you in the top 1%. And what does that do? It puts you in the top 1% of getting attraction from women. Beautiful women, right? And that's what looks maxing is. So if you build a physique like this, you're in the top 1%. So I don't mind that. We're going over the power of a V-taper. These muscles combine to create the famous V-taper, which consists of broad shoulders and upper body that narrow down to a slim waist. Okay, that broad shoulder look where your shoulders are wide. That's the aesthetic physique. Why does this matter? Because this V shape is biologically and evolutionarily attractive. Women on a subconscious level are wired to be attracted to the shape because it signals high testosterone levels, dominance and strength, physical health and genetic fitness. This is not just cultural. This is not just societal. This is evolutionary. It's biological. It's hardwired into our biology. As humans, we are animals. And it's a sign of a strong and capable mate for reproduction. If a woman sees you with a V-taper, she instantly, biologically, subconsciously thinks that this guy can take care of my kids. And it's an animal instinct behind attraction. Okay, men are instinctively attracted to the classic hourglass shape in women, fuller breasts and narrow waist, round hips. It signals fertility, hormonal balance, reproductive health, triggering deep evolutionarily attractive So you're not just a pervert. You're not just a pervert. It's biological as well. So it's the same animalistic wiring that makes men naturally drawn to curves because they represent these things, okay? Men's attraction to curves also has a biological foundation. Female curves store DHA, which is an omega-3 fatty acid essential for brain development in babies. Women's bodies accumulate DHA and vital nutrients in their fat reserves to support pregnancy and breastfeeding, ensuring the baby's brain and body develop properly. So curves, my friend, are not just about appearance. They are subconsciously attractive to you as a man. So we are the same. So just as we are attracted to curves, women are attracted to the V-taper physique because it signals strength, dominance, and a good mate for reproduction. Okay, we want to pass our lineage on. Don't fall for society's bullshit. This is how it is. We are animals. We need to go back to that sometimes. Hopefully that makes you feel better about being a little pervert. Okay, now we're going to go over the 7 aesthetic muscles. Number 1, the abs. Number 2, the neck. Number 3, the traps, the upper chest, the lateral/side delts, the lats, and the arms. This is the physique that will enhance your V-taper look. And this physique will make you look good in clothes too. You can see in this photo, I have an aesthetic physique, you know, broad shoulders, this little point here, my side delts. You can see I have a good chest, good arms. Here's actually when I went to Cyprus on holiday earlier this year, pulled a lot of birds that night. But yeah, they can see it, right? You know, you step into an environment looking like this, you can see someone has an aesthetic physique through the clothes. Same goes for here. This is when I went out on a night out in London for one of my mates' birthdays. Once again, you can see I have a good physique, right? The vascular forearms, the good arms, the side delt, the chest. So this is the type of physique we are aiming for, okay? Looks good in clothes, has the V-taper, has these muscles prioritized. Oops. This is the type of physique that's going to attract women, okay? This is what we're trying to go for. Now, let's go over how we're going to do this. Firstly, we need to do resistance training, okay? Whether that's weightlifting or calisthenics, we need to aim for resistance training so we can build muscle. We are aiming for muscle hypertrophy, okay? I would recommend you stick to weightlifting to start with, then you can chuck in some calisthenics afterwards. Weightlifting will help you enhance that aesthetic look better when you start anyways. Number 2, eat high protein. Very simple, you've heard it. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You've heard that many times. Please stay away from the bullshit like protein powders and protein yogurts and protein bars. We don't want to eat that. We want to eat for high testosterone, okay? Your eggs, your red meats, your chicken, the good stuff, salmon, fish, all of that. Get it in. You're going to have to go through a bulking phase, so train with a calorie surplus. And when it's time to cut and you know you have muscle, or when you're a fat fuck like I was, you're going to have to lose some fat. So how we're going to do this? Calorie deficit, keep the protein high. I would even say increase the protein when you're on a cut. Get your 10K steps a day, minimum. That's a non-negotiable. And if you can add some zone 2 cardio on top of that, that'll be even better. The best form of zone 2 cardio that helped me go from this to this is incline on the treadmill. Incline 15%, 4.5% speed. Do that for half an hour, 3 times a week. Thank me later. You're going to shed that fat off, okay? You're going to go from looking like this shit to this and pulling a lot of women. In our training, prioritize the aesthetic muscles as we've gone over as well. We're trying to get the V-taper look. And number 5, stick to a training routine. Please do this. Stick to a training routine, okay? We need some sort of routine. Play around with routines, but you need some sort of routine to keep you in check. So you're making sure you're hitting everything, okay? You're not just dilly-dallying and doing what you feel like, which a lot of people do, which surprises me because it's very stupid. I would recommend the push-pull leg split. Very simple, very efficient, okay? I think it's the best split in my opinion. This is what's helped me achieve a look like this. Not this one. If you're doing this correctly, you're eating and recovering correctly, everything can get hit twice a week, which is very good, which is what we need. So yeah, so if you follow these principles, you will have a physique, an aesthetic physique that appeals to the female gaze, okay? We don't just want to go gym and get big. We want to appeal to the female gaze. This is what I teach in depth in my paid program, the school community I've created for looks maxing. Okay, the elite frame, you know, we've had epic transformations. You know, you get detailed guides on loads of things. You're building an aesthetic body is one of them. The elite exercise guide, the testosterone guides, diet guides, health maxing guides, everything you need to know to look good, to become a Chad, to become attractive and reach your genetic potential. So if you're interested, hit the link down below and I'll see you inside. So to summarize, you now know how to build an aesthetic physique that appeals to the female gaze, what to prioritize. You've learned the evolutionary aspect and the biological aspect of why this is. So make sure you go do it, stay consistent, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.